Hello and welcome back to Famous Among the Barns. Today we are visiting a number of places, starting out at the USS Midway, which you can see right here. We're going to take in a few other places like the Maritime Museum and take a little harbor cruise, but we're starting here at the USS Midway, which was completed in 1945, was named after the Battle of the Midway, and missed being involved in World War II by 1 week. I believe it was commissioned a week after the formal surrender, and then played a substantial role in the Cold War. It has a ton of history, so we're going to go take a look around at it. We're stepping on board, and this thing is just massive. I think I heard up to 6,000 people could live on this. Hello. Just one of the younglings. Just another one? Whoa, the size of that bell. And we are inside the Midway now. This is pretty amazing. And I don't know what type of plane this is.
Last call for the next show. Last call.
It's what?
It's an SBD Dauntless.
Okay, it's an SBD Dauntless. It was a dive bomber.
The most effective bomber of World War II.
There's like, I don't know, like it looks like a Zamboni.
Oh, that does kind of look like a Zamboni. I don't know what it is.
How are you folks today?
Good. How are you?
First time on board?
Yes.
About a 4 to 6 hour walk.
But okay.
About 4 miles. So
Oh wow.
it's supposed to be good for you. I think
So if you see this area, apparently in 1980, the Midway collided with a Panamanian freighter called the Cactus. And part of the damage done was to this area with the liquid nitrogen. Actually, 2 crewmen were killed, in addition to all the other damage. You see these tanks say liquid nitrogen on them, liquid oxygen. So very combustible. And sadly, there were lives lost then. So, this is a Navy ship, obviously. Growing up, my dad was in the Air Force, so I've always been fascinated by planes. So this is pretty awesome seeing all of these here. So I just found out that this plane was used to pick up refugees from Saigon. And I believe including kids, and then they were flown to the Midway on this plane right here.
Well, they've got.
What's that?
They've got. They call it the Barbara.
Oh.
It's over here. That is really Barbara the Third.
So this is an F-4U, which is the plane that President George Bush Sr. flew. I don't know if you can see the name on it, but it is the Barbara 3, as in Barbara Bush. You see there at the top it says George H.W. Bush. And we've got a a World War II veteran here speaking.
Thank you for serving. Thank you for serving. Thank you for
Where you through all these?
Yeah, they were all his planes.
Well, evidently from our home,
I did Air Force. Yeah. It was almost
This is Don Hubbard.
My great grandfather came from America.
wow. Boy, that ought to be a thrill for you.
He used to be the first mule at the boot camp.
Yeah.
So they said she won't be able to write you, but you write for her. So I got this picture here when I was a seaman. And I blew that up. I made a card that said, British Seaman Don Hubbard in boot camp. And then I wrote on the inside, I said, 68 of us went to boot camp during the war. We're going to survive. I'm close friends.
Oh, yeah, that was the least of your worries. Boot camp was the least of your worries.
Look at all the people that you know that went in the service for the war. And they all have
Oh, celebrities. Oh. Kirk Douglas.
So apparently they had an interesting way of settling disputes when guys would get into it. You know, big crew on a ship, confinement, people are going to have beefs with each other. They had boxing teams, and they would actually build a rink here in the hangar, and they could get out their frustration having boxing matches in the hangar to settle their beef.
We just watched a short film on the Battle of the Midway that this was named for. Now we are stepping back to see the bunks and a few other areas.
So, 10 cents.
I didn't see when they did that man up there. He was.
This is the store.
I kind of was.
And really
Here's the the sleeping area.
It always depended on your level of tiredness. Yeah, it makes me really tired.
The lockers.
Hey, so this is a monkey's fist knot, and why it's like this is because they would take this long cord, and they would throw it, and the fist, supposedly, would stick, and then they could climb up. So it's sort of like a grapple, almost.
Ah, that's very cool.
Super cool. That's all that I really know about the monkey's fist knot. It's not a lot, but it's so cool. So, there you go.
Thanks. Let's see. Now we are in the Combat Information Center
Yes,
in the Midway.
where the two tankers were attacked and the drone was just shut down. Hi folks, come on in. Welcome to CIC.
Thank you.
Young lady, come here. Sit down. You can push any button, turn any knob you want to. Look, you can turn any of these. You can push these. You can turn all of these. You can do that over there on those. Take as many pictures as you want. I would recommend you use the flash.
Okay.
This way, when you get back on the hangar deck, walk back towards the gift shop and go in front of you. You have to go back to the hangar deck where you came on the ship, and then once you get on that deck, walk back towards the gift shop.
1992.
yeah, let's get Hayden.
Desert Storm was
So if you were an officer, a junior officer, you got a slightly bigger bunk area. We are down in the galley now to see where sailors would get grub. inside the kitchen of the Midway. And now we are topside.
There you go. Oh gosh, it just keeps unraveling.
Very top of the Midway. And look at all these planes. Yeah, it's hard to get a scale through the camera for just how massive this place is. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. I know initially I mentioned that we were going to do the Maritime Museum and the cruise, but there was really so much at the Midway that I really felt like it deserved its own after I got going. And I'll probably still record at those other places. We're going over to them in just a little bit today, but I just wanted to focus on this this one place while we were here because there's so much history. So there's a little one there, another one over that way. So from the USS Midway, I think that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and until I see you next time, keep looking for stories.